Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm just going to be going over the trades I took for the week, so let's get straight into it. Also, this week was pretty challenging in terms of my psychology, so I'm going to get into that later on as we're going through the video. So the first trade I took was GJ, so pound yen. So the trade was pretty simple. We had a bullish Harami followed by a bullish engulf, so I took that as an entry and a confirmation of trend. And as you can pretty much see, the pair didn't really go anywhere for the week, which is bouncing back and forth. It did go into a little bit of profit, but again, I didn't cash out because I believed, or because I thought that the trade was going to keep at least get close to this resistance zone over here. But I was incorrect, maybe not incorrect, but it didn't happen. It didn't pan out, and I ended up closing the trade with a loss because it was Friday afternoon and I don't like holding my trades on the weekend. Also, for that trade, I actually ended up taking two different entries for my two different strategies. So the next trade we have here is going to be gold. So for gold, we had a bullish engulf over here followed by another bullish engulf that broke resistance, and it just slightly closed above the resistance zone. So I took that as an entry, put my stop loss below the resistance zone that just got broken, and put my take profit where I believe the resistance zone would be, which is the most recent high right over here. So that's why I placed it over here. And honestly, I didn't really know if this trade was gonna hit TP because going up for the past couple of weeks, so I wasn't too sure if my TP was gonna get hit because it's just been bullish for so long, and I was expecting a retracement. But obviously, looking now back in hindsight, the trade did pretty well. I might enter another one, honestly, but again, I'm not extremely going to be too confident on it because again, gold has been going up for a long time. So the next trade I'm going to go over is going to be US30. So this trade messed with my psychology so much during the week. So during the week, when I first entered a couple of trades, I was down like $20-$30, which is like pretty much the standard. When you enter a trade, you're usually always down due to like swap fees or commission or spread or whatever the case may be. So I was down, and I believe on Tuesday I was down a lot. I went from being down like 50 and then to 100 and to 300 and to 600 and then to like 900. I'm gonna put a screenshot of like, I think I caught it when it was at 600, but I don't think I took a screenshot of when it was at 900. But I'll probably try and put like a video or recording showing you like my equity at the time, and you can see my balance was at break even, which was 25,000, because the gold trade hit TP. So that took me back to break even, and the reason why I was in drawdown was because the first trade I took for the second phase it ended up in a loss. So the gold trade took me back to break even, and then this trade along with other trades I was down like $900, so I was at 24,100, and I was literally $300 away from me just losing the whole account. So I was really stressing out. I was like really worried. I was concerned that I was gonna lose the account. I was at work at the time too, so just like stressing out. And then I just looked at the trade. For this trade for US30, I was down 410. My, I believe, stop loss amount was I think 480 or 490. So I was thinking, should I just close all the trades I'm down on right now? I'm down $900, but if I close it now, I could save myself the $300 and just work my way up. And I was strongly considering closing US30 as well, because I'm like, if I close it now, I save myself like $70 overall. That could help me out, even if it's just a little bit from not hitting like the 4% stop loss requirement or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, I decided to say, you know what? It's my strategy. I believe in it. If I end up losing the phase 2, it is what it is. I guess it's just one of those trades where even though everything looked good, the setup looked good, just one of those trades where the market is just gonna mess you up. And even if I zoom in for a bit, you guys can see I was extremely close to getting taken out, like extremely close. Like price was over here, my stop loss is right over here. So I was extremely close to hitting my stop loss. But then I just like, you know what, just let it ride. If it hits my stop loss, it is what it is. It wasn't like I jumped into the trade. It wasn't like I was being extremely aggressive. It wasn't like I just disregard all my rules and setup requirements. Like everything was like textbook entry for me. So if it didn't go my way, it is what it is. And fortunately enough for me, price ended up shooting back up. Also, I believe the reason why it did go down on that day was because ASML. So ASML is like a European company who was involved in like chip manufacturing. So they released their earnings a day earlier, and their earnings was pretty bad. So the whole index and the old indexes pretty much tanked. And if you're not aware, US 30 is a United States index. So that was the main reason, I believe, which is why it tanked. But again, you can never tell with these things. Hindsight's always 2020. But I'm just really happy that I actually stuck to my principles and I actually didn't close the trade. But sometimes I do close a trade, even if it looks like it might be a good setup, or even if I'm like down, and I should just let the trade run and see how it plays out. Sometimes I still close it even though I'm down, and I believe that the trade might go in profit, because sometimes you just never know. But again, number one goal in trading forex is just preserving your capital and just trying not to lose as much money as possible. Sorry guys, I went on a little rant about that, but let's go into the next trade. Also for the entry, we had a bullish engulf followed by another bullish engulf, so I took that as an entry. Actually, for this stop loss, I actually used the ATR, and I put my stop loss a little bit further than what the ATR was. So if I actually did put my stop loss exactly where the ATR is, I would have gotten taken out. And I actually went over that too when I made a video about the ATR. If you guys are interested, I don't know, I'll probably link it down in the comments or something like that. But yeah, that's how I set up that stop loss for that specific trade. So the next trade was the XPS 500. We had a bullish short start followed by a bullish engulf. It has a confirmation of trend and an entry. Again, I put my stop loss where I believe it wouldn't get hit, and just like US 30, you can see price pretty much tanked for this one. And again, I believe it's the same reason why US 30 tanked, which is the ASML earnings. Because again, SPX 500 is also a US index as well. And pretty much this trade, I was pretty much a break even. I think I closed the trade at like less than like a $3 loss or something like that. So pretty much trade was a break even trade. Honestly, if I held my trades over the weekend, I might be in profit for this one. But then again, that's a might. I'm not exactly sure, because again, new week, different things happen, etc. And then go on to the next trade. And then the last and final trade was German 30. So for this one, we had a bullish engulf that broke resistance followed by another bullish engulf, so I took that as an entry. This one didn't retrace as much as the other ones, and I ended up being in profit. I ended up just closing all my trades at about Friday afternoon around 1:20, something like that, 1:20 Eastern time. I believe was this trade in US 30 that put me in profit, I believe, because I think I was up 1 something Friday morning, and then market retraced. I thought about just like closing at a loss, because after the gold trade hit, I still had the whole indices, so the SPS 500, the US 31, German 31, and the 2 GJ trades as well. So I still had all those running that Friday morning. So I went from being up 100 and something to be down like $70 or $50. And I was just thinking about, you know what, just close it. You went from being down $900 to now being down $70. Just close it. Just be happy that it wasn't as bad as that. But then I decided, so you know what, let me wait a bit. Let me have some patience. So I looked at that around 9 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. And I went back to the trade at around 1 something, and I looked at I was up 100 and something. And I said to myself, you know what, let me wait another 15-20 minutes, wait till like 1:30. I went back to TradingView, and I saw that it was like 120 something. It was almost 1:30, 120 something. I was thinking to myself, you know what, let me just close the trade. It's already almost 1:30, 2 o'clock. It's not that far off. Pretty soon liquidity is going to die down because it's a Friday, so let me just close it and take my profit as it is. I went from being down like $900 to being up 100 and something dollars, so that's a win. I would have loved for all of them to take profit, but you know what, I'll take the win. I'm happy that I didn't lose like $900 something. So anyways guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Also, I just hope that kind of gives you guys like a little insight on how important psychology is. I'm not saying that I was 100% right, because I could have been wrong and holding those trades, and then my stop loss could have gotten hit with all those trades, and I now would have lost this account. But I just hope that that kind of gave you guys some insight to maybe sometimes you should hold a trade, sometimes you should not, but also how important psychology is. Because if I was extremely fearful, I would have just closed all those trades. I wouldn't even think about it for a second. I would just close all of it and just say, you know what, I'll try another week. But I decided to hold, trust in my strategy, and it ended up paying off. Anyways guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you're new here, leave a like, subscribe, share it to a friend you think could be helpful with. Leave a comment down below on any thoughts, questions, concerns, input you want to share, and I'll see you guys next time.